The footage that you just saw may very well be one of the most important clues to the UFO phenomenon so far this year. More important than anything the mainstream news or government might tell you, or rather, sell you. More important than any so-called UAP report that, as usual, leaves the public dangling on a thread, hoping for answers that will never come. And the truth that all one really needs in most cases is a camera or a phone. In today's first UFO clip, we catch a glimpse of something truly anomalous, and something that we cannot ourselves see with our own eyes. This footage was captured on January 18th, 2023. It was subsequently uploaded and sent to me via email. Within the submitted footage, we see a person panning a camera towards the cloudy skies, as if looking for something that the camera operator didn't know was there. That is, until it was. And so before going any further, I'll let you hear the words straight from this viewer's email who wished to be only known as Michael. To start off, if this video is to be shared, I'd simply like to be known as Michael from Michigan, as I fear that the footage I've captured on my IR camera could potentially make for big news, or at the very least, end up with someone knocking on my door asking me or my family questions regarding it. I don't know what I captured here, but here's the sighting in a nutshell. I have a video camera or camcorder that's been converted to infrared, and every now and then I hear strange sounds, or what amount to what I can only say feel like an eerie presence of something in the sky outside of my home at times, almost like a sixth sense. So when I get these feelings, I'll grab this camera and begin panning around the sky hoping to catch something. In this short video I'm sending, I began panning the camera towards the tree line after hearing what sounded like a very low vibrational hum occurring outside at around 2 p.m. As I recorded, I initially didn't notice or believe I had captured anything. However, after further review of the video once off of my SD card, well, as you'll see, this creepy looking triangle object appears to be drifting through the cloudy skies in the distance outside of my home. In closing, what I was able to record here was not only exciting, but at the same time, quite terrifying. And I will keep my camera ready, as I fear this will not be an isolated incident. Okay guys, so first of all, I want to give a big thanks to Michael. I don't know if that's your real name, but I get it. I've been doing this for 10 years now, and if you guys here watching or following me, you'll know it's not uncommon at all for people to want to remain anonymous. You know, there are people out there, the majority of the people who send in footage, who want to keep their life private. They don't want to go on CNN. They don't want to be hounded for interviews. It's not about them. It can be quite frightening. And from looking at this footage, you know, it kind of gave me chills watching it. And it's reminiscent of many other pieces of specifically infrared footage that I've featured here on Secure Team in the past. And I'll show you guys a few of those here in a minute. But let's go ahead and analyze this footage here, which again, it's captured in infrared, which we, with our naked eyes, are not able to see. You know, we can't see it. You have to have a special camera, which you can buy on Amazon, or, you know, you can make one yourself if you already have a DSLR camera or a camcorder. And so we have this shot here of the camera sort of panning. It looks like a cloudy day, as inferred from the email. And as stated in the email, it looks like this unknown and very mysterious looking object, very unnatural looking object, appears without the camera operator noticing it, at least not immediately. But then I think as it fades in and out, or fades in from behind the cloud cover, he notices it, he goes and he pans in on it, and that's where it starts to get interesting. Because as this thing is either standing still or is, in my opinion, slowly moving steadily through the clouds here, and you get the sense that the camera operator kind of freezes up here. You know, the camera operation becomes very still and focused. He zooms in on this object, and through some contrast and color correction, in my opinion, this unknown mystery thing above the skies of Michigan is without a doubt, on the face of it, triangular in shape. Now, I'm not saying this is a TR-3B, some sort of experiment. We don't know what it is. You know what I mean? So what we do know is that UFOs come in all shapes and sizes, and the triangular shape is one of them. If you watch towards the end here, as the object is, it appears to be getting further and further away from the cameraman, we see this very quick flash of almost, it looks to me like a little blip of blackness that flashes, and then the mystery triangle object is gone. And I'll loop it over here a few times, but from what I can see, and the thousands, probably at this point, I have reviewed tens of thousands of UFO sightings, both in infrared and not. A lot of these UFOs will jump, I guess you could say, jump out of existence, jump out of this dimension, I don't know. But a lot of these UFOs, in their wake, when they do disappear, will leave some sort of flash or plasma burst or something, and I believe that is what is happening here. At least that's what it looks like. While we're on the topic of infrared UFOs, the first piece of footage that comes to my mind that I wanted to show you guys, well, they come from a man by the name of Joey Franco. And he has his own YouTube channel, and I'll put that down below. But he came to me. We have a history. We recently got back in touch, and so if you want to see more footage of his, feel free to check out his YouTube channel down below. But one of his most popular videos, the one I broke on the channel way back in the day, is the one you're about to see here. So without any further talk, here is footage from Joey in his backyard. He's got his laser. You guys check this out.
Kind of animal here, guys, except an intelligent animal. Whoa, there it goes again. It's on the move. This was coming out of the east. again. Now there's about 10 miles here. There's a little airfield. I'm not going to say the name of it because you'll know where I live. And I don't really want people to know exactly where I live because I've had death threats, believe it or not. There's some people on here that just, I don't know why. Well, it come back at me again. Man, I hope this thing don't shoot at me or nothing. It's coming right back at me, man. Isn't that amazing? Let's just wave to it and see what it does. I'm waving at it now. I'm waving at it. It's coming right back over the top of me. Okay, now it's on the... Oh. This thing was clipping along. If I wouldn't have shined a laser at it, it would have never came back. I've made contact. I'm waving my arms at it now. With my one arm. It's almost right over the top of me now. I hope it don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I've made contact with this thing. It's right over my head now. It's right over my head. It must see me. I hope I don't get taken tonight, man. What the hell is it? I'm scared, I'll be honest with you. This is dealing with the unknown. Whoa, you see that? Don't go. Don't come back, please. Don't go away. Come here. Come back. Please don't go away. Come and meet me, man. Come and land in my front yard and talk to me. Talk to my friends. Come on. I'm not going to be scared. I am scared, but come on. Don't go away. This thing just went out, came from the east, was going west. I stopped it in the west. It came back north. And it's heading north now. It came back from the south. Now it's coming back heading south again. I wish I could tell you what. Whoa, did you see that? It's gone, man. At 1,000 miles an hour, this thing booked. Oh, dudes, I got the best.
Just another example of things that are out there as we speak, up in our skies, up in space, could be right above you, sitting quietly in the sky as you watch this video out on your front porch or your backyard, and you don't even know it. It's very eerie, but is an aspect of this phenomenon that we have covered extensively and is 100% legitimate and documented. So if you have your own footage, feel free to upload it to YouTube and email me the link to the video with any details you have, and I'd love to feature it. Now, before we jump off here today, I'd like to go off planet, alright? You know I'm a huge fan of lunar anomalies and just anomalous things happening out in the solar system, not necessarily on planet Earth. And so I want to show you a photograph here. I shared this a couple weeks ago on the official Secure Team Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, but the image you're seeing here is a shot of the moon's surface, the lunar surface that was taken during one of the Apollo moon missions. And you'll also know I've done extensive research when it comes to evidence of alien activity on our moon, whether it be structures, towers, domes, buildings, anything, you name it, I've covered it. But in this image here, I want you guys to look almost directly center. I've zoomed in the shot here where we see some craters, but sticking out of the lunar dust here, it should pop right out, what I believe looks like a massive, almost Ferris wheel, albeit ancient, alright, an ancient ruin of a Ferris wheel, just for context, sticking up out of the lunar soil. And if you don't see it yet, here is the same image where I have color overlaid in red the object, or what I believe to be the object, which looks mechanical in nature. We have this circle. Again, it looks like a Ferris wheel, or at least some sort of gear or crankshaft like you would see on a piece of machinery, a bicycle, anything. But it looks to have these giant spokes coming out, making a let's see, 5-pointed star. And then in the center of these spokes, we have a sort of protruding object, also casting a shadow down on one of the spokes to the left. And, you know, I'm not saying that there are aliens on Ferris wheels on the moon. There's no alien theme park, but there is with no doubt that there are ancient ruins, things that look like buildings and ancient structures on our moon. And despite NASA's attempt to airbrush out or obfuscate these structures over the years, because they didn't consider the fact in the 1960s that we would have Photoshop and advanced image editing programs, you know, later down the line, some of these structures have snuck past NASA and the photo techs that have worked there over the years who have admitted that they used to airbrush these structures out. They are actively editing or taking down these images, so it's very important that we find these things. So if you're into lunar anomalies and just studying these images, if you find something, again, shoot me an email, tag me on Twitter, tag me on Instagram or Facebook, and make sure you give me, you know, the link and the image number or what have you so I can find it. But what do you guys think of this? If you enjoy the work I've done and will continue to do, like this video, turn on notifications, and I will see you back right here on Secure Team. Stay safe, guys.